All right, Silas, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle up these cards here real quick, and then I'm going to hand them to you. I'm going to just grab any 5 random cards you want and just set them here on the table, okay? It does not matter what these 5 cards are. It genuinely does not. All right, you got those 5 cards? All right, perfect. We'll set the rest of the cards aside. We just need these 5 cards. I'll mix them up here real quick. And what you're going to do in a second is you're going to take one of these cards and you're going to mark it as a death card. That sounds like a lot of fun, doesn't it? All right, so here's what you're going to do, all right? I'm going to set these 5 cards out, and I want you to think of these cards like they're in a row of numbers, right? So like from left to right, it's the numbers 1 through 5. So this is card number 1, number 2, 3, 4, 5. Makes sense, right? And I want you to think of one of these numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 in your head. And then when I turn around in a second, you're going to take the card that is at that number. So 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Are you looking at the card so you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? You're going to take that card and you're going to make a marking on it to mark it as a death card. So you can write your number, or you can just make a few scribbles, or you can make an X on it, or you can write my face, or whatever you want. You can just mark it in a way that it becomes a death card, okay? All right. Don't actually draw my face, okay? Okay, it's gonna take too long. Okay, are you ready? All right, so I'm gonna go and turn around, go ahead and do that once you get that number, and go ahead and write it down. Are you actually gonna draw my face?
Yes.
All right, blow on it to make sure it's dry and then set it back on where it was. All right, and you still remember your number, right? All right, so you still remember that number. Good. All right, and you marked one of these cards as a death card. Now, while I was turned around, I was actually thinking of my own secret number, okay? Just like you were thinking of a number. All right, and my number that I thought of was the number 3. So I'm gonna move 3 cards from this side of the cards to this side. So we're gonna go 1. Hold on, let me get these closer together. 2, 3. I'll move these over here a little bit. So I thought of the number 3, and I moved 3 cards from this side to this side, all right? I'm going to do that same thing now as I turn my head around. You still remember the number you remembered earlier, right? You're going to move that number of cards from this side to this side, all right? And I'm actually going to plug my ears and stuff too, just so that I can't actually hear you moving the cards, all right? And tell me once you're done. Or just like slap the table or something. Okay, that was pretty loud. Okay, are you done moving the cards? All right, so I don't know what number you chose. I don't know what card you chose, but one of these cards here, one of these 5 cards is the death card, okay? And if I choose the death card, well, let's just not talk about what's gonna happen. But if I don't choose the death card, we'll be good, okay? So let's start. I think this is not the death card. I think this is not the death card. This is not the death card. 2 cards left. Of these 2 cards, I have to be able to choose the one that's not the death card. 50-50 chance. That this is not the death card, which means the one card that's left is your death card. That is. You didn't see that joke. You turned on the joker. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Josiah, and today I have a very exciting video for you guys because today I have a very special guest on the channel, my brother Silas, who is threatening to shoot me with a Nerf gun right now.
Hi!
But anyway, today is going to be a little bit of a different video, and let me know in the comments if you think this is a video I should do more often, where basically I'm going to be performing a trick to Silas on camera, then I'm going to teach the trick both to the camera and to Silas at the same time. And then Silas is going to perform the trick at the end of the video for us, so you guys can actually see how easy some of these tricks are to learn and how you don't really need to take that much effort to learn the trick. I think it's just going to be something fun to do. Let me know in the comments if you really like this, if we should do this more often, and yeah. So anyway, without further ado, let's just get into the video. Alright, in this video, I'm going to be using the red bicycle playing cards. Pretty normal playing cards to have. I think pretty much everyone has them, so that's all I have to say about those. Anyway, yeah, so for this trick, we're actually just going to be using these 5 cards. We'll use the same 5 cards we used in the performance, just so I don't have to mark up any extra cards. So obviously the way this trick works is it's a self-working card trick. And that basically means that based on some sort of mathematical principle, it works out as long as you follow the instructions. And I couldn't actually really explain to you how it works, but trust me, as long as you follow the instructions, it actually does work. Okay, but anyway, yeah, so it works out as long as you follow the instructions. So basically what you need is 5 cards. So basically what you have to do is just lay out those 5 cards, and your spectator is going to choose one, and it's going to be at the position of their number. So in this case, Silas, what was the number you chose earlier for the performance? It was like...
number 3.
That was right, number 3. So we'll just put the death card back in the 3rd position. And you can use the whole death card pattern if you want. The original way I learned this trick and the pattern that was used in this trick was, it was like the cursed card or whatever. You can do that too. It's whatever. Just figure out what works for you. For me, I decided with Silas, he would like it if I called it the death card. So that's why I called it the death card. But yeah, you can call it whatever you want. And basically it's in this position, right? So you've turned around. You can pretty much just follow along in the performance to know what I do up to this point. You just lay out the 5 cards. You have your spectator think of a number. You turn around, they think of a number. They take that card at that number and they mark on it. So in this case, Silas thought of the number 3. So he marked the card that's in the 3rd position and put it back. And then I turned around. So at this point in the trick, you still don't know what their number is. You actually don't know what their number is at all in the trick until, actually, you never find out. That's actually, you never actually find out what their card is. But basically, and it's important to note, from the spectator's point of view, you want to be thinking, tell them from left to right, the cards are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. Okay, so that's the spectator's point of view. And because in a second, you're actually going to think of the cards differently from your point of view. So... yeah, it's kind of interesting. So of course, for the spectator, that'd be left to right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From your perspective, it would be right to left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Yeah, but anyway, basically once you've done that, all you have to do now is you are going to move a certain number of cards. Now you can move any number of cards from this side to this side that you want. So from the magician's perspective, that'd be right to left. From the spectator's perspective, that would be left to right. And you can do that kind of however many cards you want. In the performance, I think I did the number, I did the number 3, didn't I? I think I did the number 3 too, but I'm going to do 2 for this instance, and you just move the number of cards. Now it's important to note when you're moving cards, it really actually doesn't matter if you move them in groups or one at a time. I just like to do it one at a time just because I feel like that's easier for a spectator to understand, but you can do it however you want. So I'm just going to do 1, 2, moving it just like that. So now I've moved 2 cards over to this side. Okay. And then once you've done that, now you're going to turn around and have your spectator do that same thing, but with their number, moving from this side to this side. So in this case, Silas did 3, so he's going to move 3 cards from this side to this side. You're turned around this entire time. And he's going to move 1 more card. Yeah, just like that. And now you move 3 cards. So now, this is where I mentioned earlier, from your perspective, you're going to have to think of numbers differently. From their perspective, they see the cards as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like this. At the end of the trick, you need to see it this way. You need to see 0/5 and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that from your perspective. 0/5 from left to right, 0/5, then 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? And once you do that, then, sorry, I lost my train of thought. But yeah, basically you just associate those numbers with the cards, because now you're going to think of whatever secret number you thought of. The card that's at that position will be the death card. So in this case, the secret number that I thought of was 2. So I'm thinking this is 0/5, so this is 1, 2. So this card is going to be the death card. And if I flip it over, it is the death card. That's how it mathematically works. Trust me, as long as you follow those instructions, it mathematically works. So let's run through that again. We'll do different numbers this time. So Silas, what number do you want to think of this time?
4.
4. So he's going to do 4. So it'll be this position for him. All right. And we'll do it face up this time so you can actually see it happening. So his card is in the 4th position. So I've turned around and now I'm going to continue with my moving of the cards. Let's say I thought in the number 3 this time. So I'm going to move 1, 2, 3 cards from the beginning to the end. And now, Silas is going to move his number. So he thought of 4, so he's going to move 4 cards now. So go ahead and do that, Silas. Move 4 cards from this side to this side. 1. Yeah. 2. 3. And 4. And now, once again, if we think of it kind of like we did earlier, my secret number was 3, right? Right. So if we think of 0 from the magician's perspective, you see 0/5, 1, 2, 3, 4. I know my secret number is 3, so if I look at 3, that's the card. Okay, now it's very important. It might get kind of confusing here with the tutorial, but you are looking for your secret number, the card that corresponds with your secret number, not the spectator. So in this case, my secret number is 3, and of course, there's the death card. And that's literally all there is to it. You just have to follow those instructions. And then at the end, I like to kind of play it up. Like I like to kind of just skip around a little bit to cards I know aren't going to be the death card. And I like to kind of build suspense and kind of be very, very slow about choosing the card and then flip it over very fast. I like to be kind of suspenseful about it that way. But it's really whatever suits you, whatever you like. If you just want to go for it and just have the card that you reveal be the death card, that might work too. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And yeah, so now we're going to have Silas perform it. We're going to see how he does. Okay, what do I need to do, Silas?
So pick a number between 1 and 5, and pick the card that goes with that number.
Okay, like from left to right, right? Yeah, okay. And are you gonna watch, or what are you gonna do? Are you gonna turn around or not?
Oh.
Okay, there we go. All right. All right, and what do I need to do with that card once I've gotten it?
Write on it. Just write an X. Maybe my face. No, don't. Not my face. Or like a smiley face or something. Slam on the table once you're done. The line's taking me. Slam on the table once you're done, okay? Okay.
All right. I'll just set this right here for now.
So actually, while you were picking that card, I actually thought of a number, and it was a secret number.
Mm-hmm.
And that number was number 2.
Okay.
So now you flip. So take whatever number. Like say your number was 5. You take all 5 cards and you'd put it like this. So you take it and you move it over.
Okay. Yeah, but you need to move your number first, right? Yeah, so move your number first. Be sure not to show the cards while you're moving them, by the way, because you're like flipping it up. Try to like keep it concealed. There you go. Right. And now you can turn around again. No. Yeah. Okay. Alright, I've moved my cards. Alright. So one of these is the death card, and your goal is to not flip over the death card.
So you know about that secret number I said?
Mm-hmm.
That will prove which card is the death card. I'll show you. So I think this is not the death card.
Okay.
I think this is not the death card. I think this is not the death card. I think this is not the death card. So this would be the death card. That's a mustache.
Do you like that?
Is that a mustache?
No, it's just, I just colored it out, but it can be if you want.
So,
Okay, yeah.
so that is how you do the trick.
Alright, and that's it. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when I upload a new video. I'm very excited to be back. I really liked making this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed the special guest on the channel. And once again, tell me in the comments if you want to see more of this type of video. And yeah, that's it. See you next time.